So new details. We just got images of two suspects police are looking for. The NYPD says these two males are connected to this young migrant robbery pattern here in Central Park. It's alleged they targeted two 20-year-olds on Tuesday night and forcibly took 3 chains, a hat, and a vape. This developing story includes at least 10 cases here in Central Park. The suspects, all migrants, according to police.
That's racist.
By the entrance of Central Park at 59th and 7th, a visual police presence.
It is surprising to see a lot of police. I feel like, I don't know, a police presence mostly makes me feel safe.
In this video released to Fox 5 News by the NYPD, you see a group of young males believed to be migrants allegedly on their way to commit a crime. The NYPD says the current young migrant robbery pattern is a driving force behind the increased boots on the ground here.
Until we fix this, we'll be out there.
NYPD Chief of Patrol John Schell says at least 10 cases are connected to young migrant suspects who he says are concentrating on the southern part of the park. Detectives say the suspects are working in groups of up to 12, targeting victims for whatever they can get. And they're young kids, including an 11-year-old just arrested in a different crime yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from Curacao. I'm the neighbor of Venezuela. I can see the mountain of Caracas. I've seen this on TV for so long since Maduro was in power. And I'm like, well, this is never gonna go to a Western country, right?
This is bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Venezuela, you have the right to fight back. They are now in a country that you fund them and you don't have the right to fight back. I got the power. What do you think is going to happen? Not everybody is the same, that is the truth. But if you're part of a group, what do you think is going to happen? If you have 9 nice kids and 1 bad apple, the probability you're going to have more bad apples does exist.
What's going on?
I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm stealing from Peter to pay Paul. And I know it's cyclical. I know, you can't blame the sitting president for everything that's wrong. You can't blame past presidents for everything that's wrong. But come on, guys, we've got to do something.
Again, that was earlier this summer. I checked in with Michelle again after President Biden dropped out of the race.
How do you feel about the race now?
This is going to sound crazy, but I feel better because I don't know. I said on my last interview, like, don't really hear from Kamala, but I think I'm with Kamala.
Get the hell out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
I've watched her. I think she has to get her feet wet. She was only the vice president, but I think a woman running this country, oh, God, I hope.
The person that had to block the border failed at it, and now suddenly she's like, hey, I'm going to stand up for you guys. You don't have to choose. Choose me. I'm a woman, and I'm black, and if you don't, I guess you're a racist.
Something's going on, man.
Those look really good.
That's fucking awesome.
That actually reminds me of Kamala, because she wants to add price control so everybody can buy food.
There is a desperate need for people to go back and learn basic economics before they're even allowed to vote, because what you don't understand is certain policies will ultimately negatively affect you. Let's talk about price fixing and price capping. If you price fix something, I'm a corporation and you're telling me I could sell this product for $5, no more, that's what I have to do it at. But it costs me $4 to get that product to then sell it to you. Well, I'm not going to make enough money making $1 profit to keep my business open and pay my employees to keep it running. So I'm either going to A, order less of that product, creating scarcity, meaning there's a high demand and a low availability for that product, which is going to lead to black market and people selling them at exorbitant prices. Or I'm going to go to my supplier and I'm going to say, hey, I need that same product, but I need it with a little bit less quality. Cut the corners on some things because I have to sell it for no more than $5. So I need you to make it for no more than $3. So I can at least make $2 profit so that I could afford to keep my doors open and pay everybody. See how that works? So now you're paying.
A price goes up, Not because the product is good. It also goes up how they have to make the product, how they have to bring the product, how you have to pay the people that's going to sell the product at a high quality or a bad quality or a early quality or a late quality or whatever.
So there's that issue. Let's also talk about this throwing out, let's raise minimum wage. If you've ever owned a business, if you have to pay an employee $20 now instead of $15 an hour, well, that money has to come from somewhere. It's not going to magically appear. So I need to make that $5 difference between employees up. You know where I'm going to make that is I'm going to raise the price of the product I produce.
That's why I saved my McDonald's shirt, just in case you replace all the people that couldn't find a job and they went to work at McDonald's, and I'm like, hey, I'm an old school OG, you don't need to train me, let me do the job. I'm better than the robot where they buy the product. I don't need to interact with the people, which I'm good at because I used to work at Apple with angry people that want their iPhone. I'm the best of the best, and I'm black, and I'm disabled. Ooh, oh, I'm a good candidate. Raise that minimum wage.
Ready to party with.
And you paid a huge price for that hamburger.
Oh, this is the wrong day for you to come at us now.
Because I can't take that out of my bottom line because I also got to keep my business up and running and pay everybody and keep insurance and keep all the buildings going. So I'm going to do one or two things. I'm going to raise the price of my products that you're going to spend more so that you could cover that minimum wage, or I'm going to automate stuff. And I'm going to fire employees and let them go because I can't afford to keep 20 employees at $20 an hour, but I sure as shit can keep 10 employees or 12 employees at $20 an hour because that would be the same as keeping all 20 at 15. Do you see how that works? Understanding basic economics before you vote for policies that are going to be detrimental to you in the long run because they sound good and they sound pretty. This is why a knowledge of basic economics.
And that will tell that lady she's a misogynist and I'm not going to work at IT. I'm going to wait for my opportunity to go back to freaking McDonald's.
I told you America wasn't ready for the Latin American criminal. Right now as we're speaking, there are 2 apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado that have been taken over by Venezuelan gang members, right? To the point where they told the landlord, bro, you come around here, man, we're going to take your life, we're going to take your family's life, right? Landlord's scared. Landlord go to local law enforcement and say, no, we could do about these squatters. What? Squatter laws, bro, right? He says, man, try to contact the FBI. Who? FBI say, hey, my man, that ain't our problem, right? The Department of Homeland Security said, that ain't our problem, bro. The landlord is just like, yo, what the hell is going on? What do I do? Bro, these dudes are collecting rent on behalf of the landlord in the building. What? And every single time somebody moves out of one of the apartments, they're bringing in more Venezuelan migrants into it. Talking about they're patrolling the building with guns. What? Like, what? In America? No way. That shit sounds like something out of a movie, bro. No freaking way that's happening right now. Imagine being that landlord, bro. He probably calling the bank like, hey, yo, yeah, man, the Venezuelan migrants got your mortgage payment. It was the Venezuela who? You. Who owes that money? You better pay up, bro.
Yeah, I've seen that happen in Spain. And the squatter in Spain only have to be 48 hours in your house. The water and the electricity, you can't freaking turn it off. You want to kick them out, they will arrest you.
What?
Yeah, that's the new normal.
Better pay up, bro. There's nothing he could do about it either, man. Because if he try to do something about it, he gonna get locked up. Yo, I'm sorry. A lot of y'all don't like this, man. But if you're still convinced that the USA don't need a motherfucker like Trump, you gotta be fucking crazy, man. What? Trump is the only one that's gonna be aggressive enough, man, to come up with him and be like, all right, everybody get the fuck out, man, kicking doors down and shit, sending everybody over there, man, deporting everybody. At this point, man, it's needed, whether you like Trump or not, whether you are a Democrat, it don't matter what you are, man. Shit is getting fucking bad, man, and if you think it's not gonna affect you, just give it enough time. Give it enough time, man, because it's only starting.
Give it enough time because you're going to be a Venezuela 2.0. It's not like they're doing something new. They're just doing something normal that they can do more freely. Think about it.
I got one question for you. What you doing?
Brings us to the real reason why many of our small businesses may have to shut down. They cannot survive in an environment that allows unlimited crime. But
gentlemen steal the case of Snickers. And I'm watching them, helping him tuck it in. See, I'm sitting there just watching him tuck it in. But I make sure I let them go to the front door because that's what the NYPD says, that you have to let them go to the front door or this is not technically stealing.
I'm still at the front door. I'm not.
Don't get me wrong. Ma cosa kita bong, put the fire na mi blonde kush, hash purple skunk, criollo colombici jam jam, dur loqueta verdetta welcome.